Yo, what is going on everyone? Guiding Light here, back with another quick Destiny 2 guide. In this one, I'm going to show you guys how to complete the Altar of Reflection Insight for the puzzle rune patterns. So this one's actually a little confusing because they don't really give you much help on how to get this one done, and all they do is throw all these random patterns at you. So in order to complete this, what you'll have to do is actually find the odd one out in all of these sets. So all the patterns will be different for you, it won't be the exact same for you, but I will be able to walk you through it the same way. So all you'll have to do is look out for the pattern that is incorrect. So if you look at this board, all of the panels will pretty much be the same, but one will be sticking out and won't have all the exact same patterns on them. So what you have to do is just shoot the one that is the odd one out. So the one that's not the same as the others. So once you do this, another pattern will pop up, and what you'll want to do is be on the lookout again for the one that matches that pattern, and that is the odd one out. So for this part, there should be 3 of them that are not the same as the others, and all you'll have to do is simply shoot them, and then it will move you on to the next step. So once you move on to the next step, it will have you come over to the left side of the room, and again, there will be a bunch of patterns here. They're not really going to tell you exactly what needs to be done, but if you start shooting at them, you'll notice it's pretty much the exact same game. You have to figure out which panel has a different pattern on it than the rest. So this part's a little bit more confusing than the last just because there's a lot of panels involved, but there's actually 3 different sections. So over on the left side, there's going to be one section here with a bunch of different panels on them. Now, unfortunately, the patterns for you guys, I don't think are going to be the same. Everyone's going to get their own patterns, but as you look around, you'll be able to determine which panel doesn't have the same pattern on it. So from the middle, come over to the left, and you'll notice that there's 2 little rows here, one with 3 on this panel and one with 3 on the other panel. So this is considered like one set. So there's 3 sets, one on the right side that we're on now, one in the middle, and then one on the far left. But in order to do this, what you'll have to do is just find the odd one out in each section. So there will only be one panel that's wrong in each section. So just simply find the one that's wrong, shoot that, and then you'll be able to move on to the next section. So now that you have the first section done, so you'll start here, get the first section done. You'll notice that once you're correct, the hologram comes up. So that means you're done with this section here and you can move on to the other sections. That's what makes this so confusing, is that they don't even really show you that there's other sections you can go to. So once you get the first one done, move over to the next set. This is going to be the middle set. Just take a look at the patterns again. Try to find the one that's odd or that's not the same as the rest. Once you do that, just simply shoot that one, whichever pattern's wrong. Now, another thing to keep in mind, guys, is if you're running explosive payload on your weapon, the last time this puzzle came out, if you're running explosive payload, it would affect this. So make sure you don't have explosive payload on because it can mess things up. Now, after you've got done with that section, so that'll be those 2 sections done, you want to move over to the other side of the room. Again, there's going to be 3 panels, but at this point, you should probably get the hang of it. Just try to find the panel that doesn't have all of the same symbols. So there's going to be one panel here that doesn't match the rest. It might take a second of double checking all of them to make sure that you're right, but once you get it right, you should be good to go. This should be the last one, so once you've gotten all 3 sections done, you'll be able to move on to the next portion of the quest. So hopefully this did help you guys out. I know it was a little confusing. Hopefully this made it a bit easier.